Did you know that over 70% of freelancers utilized some form of AI in 2024? Welcome to Project Freelance. My name is Kay, and this is my podcast where I help you grow your business faster while skipping the mistakes that people like myself and some of my guests have made along the way in our careers so that you can just skip that part and get to the good stuff. This is Project Freelance. Welcome to the show. This is the last episode of 2024. Let's dive in. I feel like AI has really dominated the freelancing world in 2024, and not just freelancing, but in every industry. Companies have been utilizing different forms of AI to help move their company forward faster and to kind of get rid of the more mundane or monotonous things that they have to do within their company. And I think as a videographer, as a video editor, and as somebody that conceptualizes ideas, utilizing AI can make you stand apart or it can hurt you depending on how you use it. And the reason I say hurt you is because there is this idea that AI is going to replace us or take our jobs. And I think that that's the wrong mindset to have. I think people can succeed while using AI because if you use it the right way, it will just make the job you currently have easier, and it will actually elevate you as a creator, as somebody that uses and trains AI like ChatGPT to help you do things faster and get rid of those monotonous tasks that took way too long that could be done way faster. So in this episode, I'm going to be talking about some of the AI tools that I've used in 2024, some of the things I've heard about in 2024, and what I'm going to be using in the next year in 2025 moving forward. I have put a bunch of links down in the description for you guys. Some are affiliate links, some are just products that I think you should check out. If you are trying to basically escalate your workflow and do things faster, do things more efficiently, things that I really think can help you, especially if you are in the visual creative area. There are so many amazing products that are out now, that are in beta testing right now, that will be coming out over the next couple of months, that I think are worth talking about because I really do think that they can help you as a creator. Some of those things can be writing or content creation or content ideation tools. Things like ChatGPT and Jasper have sped up blog writing, content outlines, idea generation, things to really help you get started. I actually used ChatGPT to help outline this episode, if I'm being completely honest. And it's an amazing tool, especially if you use it often. You really do train it to know like the things that you're interested in talking about, and it kind of designs these outlines around things that you enjoy and that you find that you have a passion in. So it is a really cool tool if used properly. And I will say, I have gotten a couple emails from people that have actually found me as a videographer through things like ChatGPT. I literally had a professional soccer player hit me up on Instagram because he asked ChatGPT for videographer recommendations in Nashville, and it gave him 4 videographers, 3 of which only shoot weddings. And he obviously needed somebody that was more into the sports arena. I actually ended up filming some video content about the custom car that he had built, not even sports related. So he was actually looking for a more well-rounded videographer, not just somebody that was in one niche. And ChatGPT recommended me and my website, which is really cool. So these tools can not only like help you as a freelancer, but it can also help people find you. So keep that in mind. Make sure you update your SEO on your website, and you can use tools like ChatGPT to help do that. There's also AI integrated tools on platforms like Wix and Squarespace now that can further help you develop your website to help people find you easier and faster. Also, I do use Wix for my website design. I use that for all my websites that I have. I have several domains because I do different things from music to urban exploring, obviously videography and photography. And so I definitely utilize Wix. So if you are looking for a platform to build a website on, I highly recommend Wix. I was on Squarespace, but it wasn't as customizable as I wanted. So switched over to Wix, and I absolutely love the platform. I love the templates, and I love being able to customize things the way I want. That is one recommendation. And there are AI integrated tools in Wix that can help you build your website. As far as like the graphic design world, I've heard a lot of people in 2024, myself included, we've used tools like Midjourney and DALL-E to come up with concepts to then send to actual graphic designers, real human graphic designers. Midjourney is a great way to come up with great ideas and concepts, but I will say that more oftentimes than not, it is better to go with a human artist because they can really get what you want into its final form. These things like Midjourney and DALL-E are great for ideation, but I really do believe that there is something special about the human element of design. So I will almost always go to a graphic designer for the final version of a logo or album art. And if you have anything with text on it, forget about doing it in Midjourney and DALL-E. It will not give you the right text. It puts it in some like Russian, like Japanese conglomeration of a language that is just made up. So definitely go to like a real human if you need text put into an image. Also, if you would like 5 fingers instead of 6 fingers, get a real graphic designer because Midjourney and DALL-E and these AI image generators have not figured out phalanges, okay? So go to a human designer. They will be able to get you the right amount of digits on your hands. Yeah, just keep that in mind. Make sure you look at things like, you know, I know there was a big debacle recently with some like animal imagery. I can't remember the company, but they put out some like photos and they're definitely AI generated just based off of the feet of the animals in these images. Just fucking wild shit. But yeah, back to like the video side of things. With video editing, there's so many cool AI tools to speed up your editing process. Things that will make your long form content into short form content. There are things like Firecut, which can be downloaded and installed into Adobe Premiere as a plugin, or I believe they also do Final Cut. I'm not 100% sure. I am an Adobe Suite person. Also, a tip for Adobe users, if you are a part of like an educational group or if you make documentaries or things like that, pretty sure you can just sign up under the education sector or section on Adobe, which gives you a fat discount on the Adobe Suite. Definitely look into that. I did it, but I am a part of like an educational group. We film rocket launches and documentaries about rocket launches. And so we are educating the public about those things and making documentaries around them. So we do qualify for that educational discount. I don't really know if Adobe like checks on this stuff or if they just like take your word for it. If you have a business email address, not really sure, but definitely look into that if you are not trying to pay $64 a month for the Adobe Suite. I think the educational version is like $19 a month. So definitely look into that if you're trying to save some money in 2025. Highly recommend you doing that. I did it and I'm so stoked that I actually like thought to like check into this because it is definitely saving me a good chunk of change that I can put into other things like more AI apps and things. So yeah, Firecut is a great one. I use that to make highlights and automated captions on my short form content. There's another one called Opus Pro. Opus.clip, I think, is the website. I'll put links to all these down in the description. Like I said, some are affiliate links. I think the Opus link just gives me more credits to make more short form content out of my long form content. So Firecut is a plugin that you can use on Adobe Premiere, and basically it makes highlights for you. It can make highlights. It can make chapters. Like it uses AI to kind of detect what you're talking about and make chapters, which then you can copy the time code of and then paste in, say, like a YouTube description, which will tell people what you're talking about in the different parts of the video. And it automatically in YouTube splits your video up into those chapters so people can click around and find what they're looking for, which is an amazing tool. I know that there was TubeBuddy, which was like a Chrome extension for YouTube that if you pay for the pro version, you can get chapters, but I think you still have to name your chapters. So using a tool like Firecut, you don't have to pay for the additional chapter feature in YouTube. So it just kind of does it for you, which is sick. So I highly recommend Firecut. Opus Pro is also great. They do like the animated captions. They have like an AI B-roll feature where like it attempts to make you some footage from AI to like pop into your video, but it's always like a little weird. It's very AI looking right now. Like it's very beta in the creation of their AI tool. So definitely like they do also have like a stock footage. Like it will like use AI to put actual stock footage into your video as B-roll. But again, it's like limited stock footage. I think they're trying to get a partnership right now with like Shutterstock or, you know, one of the companies that does stock footage. And so I think they're trying to make like a partnership so you can get stock footage from those places. I'm not 100% sure, but I did see they were like testing something out on the website. So I think that's what's happening. Not 100% sure. But these tools really do help speed up the editing process. I mean, I used to spend hours cutting up clips, finding the sequence in and outs for what I wanted to clip up. Basically, you had to like rewatch your video multiple times. And with tools like Firecut and Opus Pro, you can just do it right there. And it takes some time because AI is, it's having to generate something using AI. So it does take a bit of time, but it definitely doesn't take hours like it used to chop things up into smaller clips. That being said, Opus Pro is kind of sick because you can take an unlisted YouTube video or a public YouTube video, and it will take that video and make you a clip based on the amount of duration that you want it to be. So you can do any duration really. But for social media, obviously the ideal time for TikTok is a minute or less, and Instagram is a minute and a half. You can do longer form stuff on both those platforms, but if you have music in your video, TikTok caps at a minute. If it goes over a minute and there's music in it, it will mute your video because of that copyright thing that TikTok was dealing with all the music labels. So just be wary of that if you are trying to do content on TikTok. If you do have music in your videos, it will be muted if it's over a minute long because of that copyright situation that TikTok was going through. If TikTok's even existing when you watch this video, because it could be gone by the end of January. Hopefully not, because this is where we get all our information now, is TikTok. Like news information, things that are going on. Really cool. I follow this page that is just like websites you should know about. I'm going to link it below. It's so sick. It's like just a bunch of websites you would never know about unless you like did a deep dive. There actually used to be a Chrome extension. There was a website called Stumble Upon years ago, and you would just go to the website, stumbleupon.com. I don't think it still exists. And you would hit like go, and it would just bring you to a random website, just a random website you didn't know about. You literally stumbled upon random websites, and it was so sick. And they made it into a Chrome extension, so you could just like click the button and it would just generate a website. It was so dope. So I think that website is gone now, but there is, like I said, a TikTok that is dedicated to websites you should know. A lot of them are currently like AI websites that you should know about that can help you with your business or, content creation needs. So yeah, definitely check out that TikTok. It's so sick. And it's so simple. The guy's just like typing on a keyboard in every video, and then it's like websites you should know. 582 or whatever the number is, and then they'll go into like the actual like page of the website and talk about what's on that site. It's so dope. I love that kind of stuff.
Powerful websites you should know, part 212. Did you know if you go to this website you can upload a picture? So I'm going to use this one and type in this prompt. There we go. And I want to upload this one. Type in a river floating out of an oil painting. There we go. Another interesting thing you can do is upload an image at the start. So I'm going to do Armstrong on the moon. Then upload another image at the end. I'm going to do Starbucks and type in astronauts runs off screen to Starbucks. There we go. Easy.
And without TikTok, where would I find that kind of content? I don't fucking know. I wonder if that guy has a YouTube channel. I should check it out because he could do like a compilation of websites you should know about. Anyway, if you made that TikTok, hit me up. I want you on the podcast. I'm just going to hit him up regardless and see if he wants to come on the podcast because that's such a great idea. So yeah, video editing. There's so many tools out there. And another thing for like idea creation and organization and outlines, there's a website called Milanote. If you don't know about Milanote, oh my God. And if you are trying to make storyboards, if you're trying to make script ideas, if you're trying to show people references for like a music video or a film or even just a YouTube video, check out Milanote. It is so sick. Again, I think the affiliate link that I am going to put in the description, I think it just gives me like more credits or whatever. It doesn't like, I don't think I get money from it. But regardless, you do have to pay to upgrade to get more space on their server, essentially. And it's like a monthly thing because everything's a monthly subscription now, unfortunately. But definitely check out Milanote. It's a really cool tool, and it's just great for like ideating, storyboarding, mood boarding. I use it a lot for music videos to share with bands because you can like click into things, and you can use YouTube videos, like other music videos or films, as references, and they can just click there and it'll populate the video in Milanote. It's so sick. Definitely check that out if you are a filmmaker of any kind, or if you just need a board to like, ideate on. It reminds me a lot of Prezi. I don't know if anybody that's listening or watching knows about Prezi, but it was like this like basically bougie Photoshop, or not Photoshop, bougie PowerPoint. You could make like really dope PowerPoints. I used it so much in high school and in film school to do presentations, because it wasn't just like next slide. Like it would like go into like a constellation of like slides essentially, and it would like move around. Prezi was so sick, but it's definitely like Prezi, like you can like link it to different like trees essentially and go on the different branches and like move around your little Milano. It's so sick. It also, if you need a presentation platform, use Prezi. It's so dope. And I think it exports as like a PDF, like if you need to do like a speaking session or something and you need to export it. But it's so dope. Prezi is sick. Those of you that are listening, there is a comment section now on Spotify, which is so sick. If you're watching this on YouTube, obviously there's a comment section. Have you felt AI change your freelance workflow in 2024? Or are you planning to use things that are AI tools in 2025 to help enhance your freelancing skills or to make your workflow a little bit faster? I'm very curious to know. Please let me know down in the comments. So now I want to touch on like the opportunities versus the threats of using AI as a freelancer. Obviously, it allows us to take on more projects with less manual effort, and with less manual effort, we get more time back, which means we can work on more projects for ourselves, which is very exciting. There's obviously new freelance gigs emerging, such as AI prompt generation or engineering, AI integration consulting. So there are new areas of freelancing that are being generated by AI, which is sick. So if you get really good at using tools like ChatGPT or Midjourney or DALL-E, and you really get really good at prompts and training AI, you can become a consultant for companies that are looking to integrate AI into their workflow to help them work faster and work more efficiently. There's always going to be that fear of AI replacing jobs entirely. I just don't think it's going to be for a long time, because I think that human element of things is what makes us artists. Obviously, there's like a market oversaturation of AI generated content right now. It's just like overflowing and just a little bit ridiculous. Thankfully, a lot of these platforms now have like a "this was made with AI" so that you know. But that being said, like, I think that it's just like, it's being overused in a couple different areas. For example, I think a lot of people are using it to like write blogs, but then they're taking credit for it, even though it was AI generated. So I think there's like a fine line between using AI and like utilizing AI. You know what I mean? You can use it as a tool, or you can just like rely on it. And there's a very big difference there. And there's also the like ethical dilemmas, like, is using AI cheating? You know, like there's this whole like ethical side of it that definitely needs to be discussed further. I'm not the one to discuss it, because I think if you use it correctly, it will only benefit you. But obviously if you're using it to like not pay money for certain things, like a graphic designer, like I think that, again, like there is like that ethical side of what's right and what's wrong. But again, I'm not really the one to like dive into that, especially on this episode. But I want to know how you guys personally feel about AI in your freelance career. Like, do you think that it's beneficial, or do you think that it's hurtful in the freelancing world? And let me know what you do as a freelancer as well when you comment about that. And then in the comments below also, I know I'm like throwing a lot at you guys, but I really value your opinions. Let me know what your favorite AI tool is, and that maybe I have not listed one that you really love that I should also know about, that maybe I don't know about. Or maybe there's someone listening that is also looking for more AI tools, but again, I may not know about them. So please let me know what tools you guys are utilizing in your freelancing field and what you do as a freelancer and how those tools are helping you. I think that adapting the right mindset and skill set for AI is like also very important. I think that there's this like adapt or fall behind mentality with AI. I know that there's stress around the fact that it's here and that it's being used, but it is here to stay. And I think freelancers who resist it definitely risk falling behind in their space. So again, using it the right way will only benefit you. There's like this educational side of it as well. Like it really can help those that are curious, not only about using AI tools, but I think that there are like going to be a bunch of AI related courses on how to use it, how to prompt it, things like that. I think that if you're willing to educate yourself and experiment a little bit, I think it will help you in the long run. And also, like, I've stopped going to Google to answer my questions. I just ask like GPTs now because they'll do like a deeper dive, and then you can make them keep going deeper and deeper and deeper on a subject. It's so sick. I absolutely love ChatGPT. It's like one of my favorite tools that I use daily. And I didn't think I was going to use a GPT or like an AI prompt generator daily, but it really is a great tool for educating myself on like things that I am more curious about that Google is kind of limited on, because ChatGPT takes from a bunch of different like search engines and basically the whole of the internet and compiles it down for you in like a digestible, readable way. So yeah, I'm a big ChatGPT lover. So I do have a little side quest for everyone that's listening to this podcast. Use an AI tool this week that you have not tried before. Just try something on your next project. Even if it's just like a brainstorming AI tool, just try something that you haven't tried before and let me know what you think about it. Well, I'll touch base with you guys next week and kind of see where you guys are at, see what tools you used. Very curious about that. I want to talk about like my predictions for 2025. I think that there's going to be a lot more specialized AI tools that are coming out, because I think people are now using things like ChatGPT and prompt generators and coding generators. And they're probably feeding the current AI tools into those generators, and they're saying, make me something better. You know, what else can I add to this to make it better? So I think there's going to be a lot more specialized AI tools in different industries, which is really exciting for me personally. I think that there's going to be an increase in like the ethics side of AI, like those discussions and regulations. I think that will be more commonplace and more commonly talked about, which I think it needs to be more commonly talked about. I also think there's going to be a huge rise in AI coaching. I have a friend on Facebook that is an AI coach, and I'm going to try to get her on my podcast because I think that is a field that needs to be observed. And I think that more people need to be jumping into the AI coaching space because there's so much money to be made in AI coaching in 2025. So I think that is going to be really interesting. I'm hopeful, and I think that AI will continue to evolve and just help freelancers around the world just be more efficient as creators, honestly. I think AI is here to stay. I think that we should be utilizing it, and I think that we should be talking about it more. So if you have an opinion on AI tools, what you use them for, or why you may not use them, I would love to hear from you, whether it be in a comment below. You can hit me up via email at contact@justtheletterk.com. My email's down in the description. If you are a freelancer and you want to come on Project Freelance to share your insights, whether it be about AI or whether it be about what you do as a freelancer, I would love to hear your story and your insights. And I would also love to hear the mistakes you made along the way, because I think we can learn something from those mistakes. So definitely hit me up if you guys have anything to contribute to the show. It's been really cool to be a part of it. And yeah, if you guys want to know more about me, I've put a bunch of resources down below to help you, one, get to know me more, and two, like I said, I've put a bunch of resources and AI tools down in the description that I think can help you bring your workflow and just increase the output and the efficiency of whatever it is that you are creating. And I hope that those tools help. Please let me know, like I said, if you guys are using something that I did not mention down in the comments below. And yeah, going into 2025, I'm very excited. I've got a bunch of cool guests coming on. I have somebody from Mr. Beast's team coming on that I met on Beast Games. By the way, I was on Beast Games. So I have somebody in the production side coming on for an episode. I have somebody coming back that I had on the show in 2019. One of the first guests I had on this show. I'm going to be talking to him soon. So very excited for the upcoming episodes. Stick around, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Stay strong, keep enduring, go out and go create something. This is Project Freelance. Thanks for listening, guys.